So the Broncos have undergone a complete offensive transformation this offseason as they've really gone all in with quarterback Case Keenum. They decided not to take a quarterback with the number 5 draft pick. They didn't bid on Kirk Cousins. So they're really hoping that Case Keenum is going to be the guy that they saw in Minnesota last year and not the guy that we saw through the first several years of his career when he was really a journeyman backup. And we've seen some glimpses that that's going to be the case through the first couple weeks in training camp. He's shown a lot of leadership. He went more than a week without throwing an interception once camp opened. But the results that we saw in the first preseason game last Saturday were pretty disappointing. The offense went 3 and out 2 times. I think Case Keenum had 1 completion. I mean, it was not a good offensive performance. They're hoping that it was just a little blip as they're working through these things and trying to get this offense on track. They're going to have a new starting running back. They've had some fluctuations on their offensive line. So they're really looking to see some progress as the preseason goes on, that he is going to have the timing with Demaryius Thomas and Emmanuel Sanders, and that they are going to find a new starting running back. Maybe it's going to be Royce Freeman, a rookie running back out of Oregon. So there's a lot of questions about this offense that we need to see answered over the next several weeks. Yeah, what we all really want to see out of Mitch Trubisky is what this offense is going to look like now that he's being paired with head coach Matt Nagy, who did a lot of really interesting and innovative things last year with the Kansas City Chiefs. And they hope that they have kind of a similar situation now here in Chicago, where they've got a young quarterback who's going to be able to run some of these option elements. They've got some nice offensive pieces around him. Allen Robinson, the wide receiver formerly of Jacksonville, and Tariq Cohen and Jordan Howard, who are 2 really good young running backs. Yeah, I mean, and these were 2 teams who kind of finished very similarly in the records last year, fairly disappointing. But I think there was a lot more optimism about where the Bears were headed, a lot more questions about which directions the Broncos were headed. And I was much more impressed by the Bears today. I thought that their offense looked really good against the Broncos defense, which is supposed to be the strength of this team. And that certainly wasn't the case in this first day. We saw a lot of coverage issues, maybe some issues with their run defense as well. But it's tough. It's one practice. I think that, the Broncos did some good things on offense as well. Emmanuel Sanders had a really good day, especially in one-on-ones against the Bears secondary. So, we're going to learn more. They're going to practice against each other again on Thursday, and then they'll play a preseason game on Saturday night.